Now it's recording. This is the winning team training call for Thursday night, April the 7th, 2016. And we are being recorded.
Wow, that's fantastic. I got almost 600 emails now in GDI.
Very good.
I haven't got any more responses.
Well, I think what you need to do now is follow up with an email to them. That's what I wanted to talk to about tonight. I've just been studying GDI this week, and you got an opportunity to give away 5 free 7-day trials, and if you give away 5 of them this week, if those 5 people, when the end of their 7-day trial comes, if they will go ahead and join, commit, you'll earn $100.
How's that? Any and every week?
That's as many groups of 5 people you can get in a week. If you signed up 25, you'd earn $2,500. I mean, $250. Yeah. No, more than that. You'd earn $500. Yep. What it is they have to sign up within the same 7-day period. If you get 5 people that sign up for, and all they got to do is sign up for the free trial, and then at the end of the free trial, then GDI will attempt to bill them so that they can become permanent members, and if their billing goes through, cost them $10 is all it cost them, and
that's right.
You earn $100 plus you earn $1 a piece off each one of them commission.
Wow.
So you'd earn $105 off of just 5 people there.
Okay, maybe I don't.
If you did that every week, you'd earn $100, $105 every week. Plus, if you did that just twice, just either 2 weeks in a row, or 2 weeks, period, and
you know how to get to your saved stuff?
Come up with 10 people signed up, and you taught them how to do the same thing by giving away free trials. And they in turn learned from you and did the same thing. You would have, if you got 5 levels deep, you'd have 10 people on your front row, and those 10 people would each have 10 people each, and so forth and so forth. You'd wind up with 111,110 people in your group, and you'd earn $1 a piece off each one of them every month. Do you realize what that equals in a year?
No.
$1.33330 per year.
Wow.
$1 million. That's $1.3 million per year.
Well, I know I can live with it.
My question: why are you doing without it?
That's a good question.
You can't use $1.3 million?
Nah, not really. But I'd like to have it.
And all you would have to do is sign up 10 people, and those 10 people, you'd earn $210 cash just for doing that. And then you teach them how to earn that same $210 cash, and teach and help them teach 10 other people to do the same thing. It wouldn't take you too awful long. You're looking at over $1 million a year.
The big bedroom.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out autoresponders, But
You don't need an
I
You don't need autoresponders.
I need. Well, I know what I need. It's just hard to find. See, let's say for example, uh, we'll go GDI, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got I got 600 names.
Okay.
Well, hell, 600 names is 600 emails.
Mm-hmm.
Correcto?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
Y'all don't have computers.
to send out
We
600
have
emails
laptops where we have those.
would take me
So
a
we could put
long time
computer right there.
Mm-hmm.
because
Not if you did
I would
4 or
have.
5 a day.
And then we could have this bedroom.
Well,
and we could
but
have this
here's the
bedroom,
thing. I'm thinking,
and then we all
you know,
share all
this is
that.
the internet world, so I'm thinking in terms of mass production.
Kitchen, dining room,
If,
another
for
bathroom,
example,
2 bathrooms.
I know how an autoresponder works.
Be nice for that downstairs.
I'm,
We could
I'm gradually
fit it
figuring
out.
out how a
And
rotator
then
works,
all
but a
the stuff.
rotator doesn't seem to be
You know,
what I
so
need.
practice.
Because most rotators, what they
And we
say
can
is you can
practice.
advertise more than one site. Well, that means that you can advertise a whole bunch of sites,
Yeah.
but that's not what I need.
No.
Okay?
You want an autoresponder. You put an ad out and you give the autoresponder link. They click on that link and it takes them to the autoresponder to your landing, and you'll have to send them to a capture page,
Bathroom.
and they fill in their name and email address in the capture page, and they're plugged into the autoresponder, and the autoresponder goes to work sending them emails, a whole series of them.
Door.
Right.
I just
But
park
I'm
there.
I'm almost thinking that I have to create, and if I had the money to do it, I'd do it and I'd make $1 million. Right? I need to create an autoresponder that does something a little bit different. And I don't know how to set it up, but I know how it fits in my head.
Tell
Okay.
them, get it out of your head and tell us about it.
That would be cool.
Okay, here's my idea.
The
Okay.
other
All right,
one,
I want to send an email
they're only
to,
$1,000.
I want to send a message to an email address.
Okay.
Okay?
This box-
Now, normally what I would
Put
do
this room into that room.
is, let's say, your name popped up, and so I write out a little thing.
Isn't it?
Hi, Mike.
I love the
I see you
shower.
took a look at my thing, blah, blah, blah. I'd like to be able to have you send me your email
Well, it's
address
cheap,
and your
we can
phone
afford
number.
to move it.
If not, here's my email address and phone number. Why don't you please give me a call? I'd like to get with you and we can discuss what's going on. That's pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Now that's very
We're
just
not
off the
burning
wall.
thing.
I mean, you know, you'd have
Yeah.
to sit down and do it a little better than that. But
It sounded
anyway,
pretty good
you get
already.
the, okay, right. So you get the idea. So what I want to do is be able to put that. Now here's my idea of an autoresponder. I want to put that
I guess I'm gonna put my
in a
earphones
autoresponder. You know that one message?
on.
Mhm.
He's doing
But what I want to be able to do
that.
is once I put the message in the autoresponder, I want to be able to come back and put your email address in, and the next email address in, the next email address in, and the next email address, and they're all going to
you'd
go.
be shut down for spam.
Huh?
You'd get shut down for spam right away. So fast it'd make your head swim.
So you can't do that.
No, that violates anti-spam laws.
Aha.
They have
That's why I
to.
can't.
That's why you use a capture page. They have to voluntarily plug themselves into your autoresponder.
Okay.
So
but
that's what the
now
capture
let's not-
page does. They fill in this little short form on the capture page, and that capture page puts them in your autoresponder. In other words, they're subscribing to your autoresponder, but they have to voluntarily do that. You can't do it manually yourself.
On the, on the.
Right, but if I understand you
Shed.
correctly, like let's say I got 600 people
Mm-hmm.
that I put in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need to send them one email that says, "Hey, you've got a free thing here. Why don't you check it out?"
Yep.
Well, we don't even
Okay.
have to do it.
You
then.
can do that. You can send them an email. Say, "Hey, look, we got a deal. We got a a deal, and you'd be crazy not to take advantage of it since it's extremely inexpensive. In fact, we'll let you sign up for first 7 days for free just so you can check it out. If you don't like it at that time, discontinue. Say
Right.
no. If you like it, It's gonna cost you $10 a month.
Right. And say yes and
Here's
opt
here's
in.
the link. Go, and that link you send them to a capture page.
Right. Now, but here's what I'm trying to
Let me see
suggest
who
in a
just
very
joined us here, and
roundabout
we'll be
way.
right back to you.
Okay.
This is Mike in Georgia. Please
It's
tell
me.
us who. It's me. It's me. And you don't
It's
sound like
me.
Pinky
Must be
Lee.
Reverend Dave.
It's Reverend Dave. Yes, that it is.
Anyway, if you get the picture, Mike, what I'm trying to do is I'm not trying to spam, but at the same time I'm trying to pick that one what you call capture page,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to send it in an email, okay?
Yeah.
Because
Right.
I've got all that. I'm not going to spam in the sense that I'm going to send them 25 emails. I want it set up so that I've got one email that I'm saying send to you because I got your email address, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, what I want to be able to do is have that, like when you copy and paste,
Mm-hmm.
I have that one email. Then I want to go to the next person and I have their email address and I want to send them that capture page,
Yep.
email capture page, okay?
Yep.
That might be a better phraseology. Then, if I had that kind of setup, I could take and put all 600 emails and send them out one time only
Yep.
through this what I call an autoresponder, because an autoresponder is you have
But
your capture page, you
you
have it
can't.
all written up.
An autoresponder doesn't do that. What you can do is take advantage of the autoresponder by sending them an email with a link to your capture page. And they click on that link, it opens up a capture page with the little short form on it, and you got a new choice of any number of them already made for you. But when they fill out that little short form, it plugs them into the autoresponder, and then the autoresponder in turn will automatically send them an email. And if you want to use one email in the autoresponder, that's fine. Or if you want to use multiple, actually you got the opportunity to drip on them now for a length of time. You
Right,
know,
right.
so
But
and it's better to have multiple. But that one
see what I'm
email in
trying.
your autoresponder, you could tell them, hey, look, here's the deal. We got a opportunity for you to make some money, and you can sign up for free today for a 7-day trial. And at the end of that 7-day trial, if you like it, you can continue, and it's going to cost you $10 a month. If you don't like it, you can say, well, sayonara, you know.
Yeah.
And
See, that's why I think I'm using incorrect terminology, because I'm thinking like an autoresponder,
you
but
want something that's going
but
to
I
send out 600 emails to 600 different people.
with
One one
one.
one email to 600 different people. That is it's a bulk mailer, mass mailer, and you can do that.
No, okay. So now, what we're not talking about autoresponder. We're talking about a bulk
What you
mailer.
want is a bulk mailer, yeah.
Okay, so how would you create, so to speak? How should I say? How would you create your own bulk mailer?
Well,
I don't want I don't want somebody else's, because then I'm using.
well, let me see who else just joined us here, and I'll
Okay.
explain how you can do that. This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached the winning team training call for Thursday evening. Please give us your name and where you're from.
It's Sandy. Sorry to be
Hi.
late.
Good evening, Sandy. We're
Oh,
glad to have you
we're
in
glad
here.
you're here.
We're glad to have you in here. This call is being recorded, by the way. So,
Good.
and I will post it. I think I've got everything set up where I'm not messing it up is tonight. So we're gonna have a good
Okay.
recording, one way or the other. Robert, to do what you wanted to do, uh,
Okay, yeah.
what you need to do is create a mail list of 600 names. I wouldn't send them all out. I wouldn't send 600 at once personally, because
No,
That's
no, no. I know that.
that's gonna overload your server, and your servers are gonna shut you down. But I would send out, maybe a hundred at a time. But you create 6 different lists with 100 people emails on those, and all you do is copy and paste those 100 emails off the first list into the to blank uh, of your mail program.
Right.
Whatever mail program you want to use, it doesn't matter whichever one you use. You Google, Gmail, whatever. But you do not send them out just to. You send them blind carbon copy. That way, nobody sees anybody's email address except their own.
Right.
You don't. Yeah, I'm sure you've gotten emails before, and in the header there's a list of 100 emails or something like that, of different people. That's because the people didn't know what they were doing when they sent it out. But you would send
Oh, I
out
like
blind.
those.
Well, yeah, I understand why, but you send out blind carbon copy to 100 people at a time, and you can send that one email to those 100 people, and then
Right.
you turn around and you do the same thing and send out to another 100 people, and you do that 6 times. You're sending out 600 emails, but they're not all 600 going out on the same blast, and that way your server won't have a problem with it. They won't have a problem with you sending out 100, but if you send out 600 at once, they'd have a problem with that, and
So,
they'd probably shut you down. But you
okay.
know,
So, if you create a mailer,
hmm
uh, because what I'm thinking is, let's say, we go through this and we get the whole ideology of what we're going to put in this
yeah,
email,
hmm
okay, about GDI,
okay.
okay.
Let
So
me
we
let me
put it
let,
in there,
let me keep you from going too far off track here. That email you'd send out, you'd want to be extremely short. You don't want to put a whole bunch of information in there, a whole bunch of garbage, anything. You just want some real short, catchy, you know, maybe a couple sentences at the most, uh, and a link to your capture page. So
right?
you got a couple sentences, just enough to catch their attention. They clicked on the link to the capture page. The capture page goes, and you can explain a little bit more in the capture page if you want, but you know, basically though, on the capture page, all you want to say is if you're interested in more information about what we're talking about, fill in this short form, or your email address and your name and maybe phone number, and click the link here to subscribe to our information. And at
Now,
that point,
what I
what happens then? That plugs them into the autoresponder, and your autoresponder sends out the email to,
yes,
but it's only going
sir,
to send out to people that have subscribed, that are interested in what you have to tell them.
right, right. Now, uh, that's the reason I've been playing with my Google account. Now I have a Google phone number, so if I do the email and I send them to the capture page,
Hmm.
what's interesting about the Google phone number is I can put the phone number in there, and if by some chance they call the Google number, it will take them directly to the message, and the message could say pretty much exactly the same thing that you have put on your um, uh,
Yeah, you can do that.
so they're going to get it both ways.
Hmm.
If they take a look and decide to check it out, cool. But if they decide to call the phone number, they'll get the message, and it'll say the same thing. The one difference that I'm finding, because that's why I got to figure out how to do this properly. The one difference is if anyone calls the Google number, whether they sign up or not, I will automatically get a message on my phone that says they just did it.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's an advantage because if they leave any kind of message like phone and a name and phone number, I can call them just like that.
And you can do that with any kind of number that has a oh, I can't think of what. I mean, I use Vonage, and that's what it does for me. I post Vonage phone number. People call that Vonage phone number. There's not even a phone attached to that number. They call it. They get a
Right.
short message and just tells them, hey, look, leave me your name and number and any short message you want, and I'll get back to you. And that, of course, Vonage then turns around and sends me their name, number, and everything because they have left that message. And I also get their message, so I know what it's about.
Right. Well, apparently Google does the same thing, and I've just been playing with it because I already have a Google number. I already
Yeah.
have a Google account.
You know,
Right at the moment, my problem is I don't even know how to use it, and I guess I signed up for this thing for 2 years and forgot all about it because when I went to check it out, okay, it had a message about something that I don't do anymore, and it went to a phone number. So I said, okay, that's not my phone number. So I called the phone number just the hell of it. So it's going to somebody, and that's got to be irritating the hell out of them if they're getting messages from people. And it's, who the hell are you? Why are you calling me? So I got to get in there and figure out how to change the number. And I spent about an hour trying to figure that out, and I couldn't do it. So guess I got to get a hold of Chuck because somebody said he knows a little bit about that Google stuff.
he does know a little bit about Google. He deals with Google services a lot. You know, I don't use Google that much because I use Google Chrome and and Gmail, but that's about the extent of Google that I use. But
Well, anyway, you can, in the sake of conversation, you can see where I want to go and how
yeah,
and what I want to do.
it's very
It's just a question of
doable.
getting there.
It's very doable. But your first step is to create your initial email that you're going to send to people. And like I said, that needs to be short, a couple of sentences,
Short and sweet.
and a link to a capture page. And that's what that needs. And you can also put a link to your phone number in there too, if that's what you're choosing to do, which is what you're telling me here, which
Right,
is
but
great.
but the advantage of using a Google phone number is nobody has your personal number.
Well, that's fine. Yeah,
That way,
that's
I
why I
mean,
use
until I get
Vonage. It's it's not, and like I said, there's not even a phone there. You can't call and get me on that phone number. You can leave a message for me and I'll call you back. Uh, but
But now with GDI, that's a 7-day free trial, right?
it's a 7-day free trial. And if you sign 5 people up within those 7 days and they all get through the 7 days and say, "Oh boy, I like this, and I'm gonna go for it," then you earn $100.
Yep.
Yeah, $100 in your pocket. Plus, you can earn commission off of them once a month for $1 a piece. So,
Yep.
and you
Well,
want
yeah, I
to
like that. Yeah.
you want to get to the money I was talking about a while ago. All you got to do is do that twice. Then you have 10
Oh
people.
yeah.
Then what you got to do is you got to create a system of training those people. Well, guess where that system already exists?
Well, see that system for me is because I already have I already have GD account. I also have my uh, URL, my
Mm-hmm.
personal domain site.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've already worked on that a little bit, and I'm trying to set up the one domain. I have two actually, but I'm trying to set up the one domain so that it's purely, totally GDI related
Yep.
and step by step by step by step on how to make it work.
Yep.
So that you can
That's
go
what
in and
you're
look
going
at
to
it.
create your own little web page. Of course, it's all there in GDI already, but
Well,
it's not
but
it's
in
not as
some,
personalized there. But what I'm getting at is you want to train these people. That's an ongoing process, and you train these people by simply bringing them to calls like this. They come to the calls.
Right.
They got questions. Hey, look, I want it to work this way and this way, and how do I do it? Well, this is what you do, and that's what we're doing tonight. And
Yep.
like I said, we're recording this, so hopefully a lot of people gonna hear this.
Well, and the advantage with the GDI and doing it that particular way, having your own domain and having that particular domain
Yeah. Well, I suggest
designated for education only.
I
Because
suggest doing that.
the way I've done it is, for example, you can earn $100 a week, short and sweet. That's your title, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you go a little bit about how you do that. Then in the second or third paragraph, because I try to stay away from more than 3 paragraphs. In the third paragraph, I say, now, if you got the idea, now I explain how to go to your GDI back office, where to go, what to look for, and how to find what I just taught you.
That's getting too complicated. People don't like complicated. They don't want to read it. We talked about this the other night. Remember, they don't want to read to learn. They don't want to read off that page to learn how to do it. What they want somebody to do is tell them and show them. So what you do in that paragraph is you don't go to all that training and try to teach them by writing it all out. What you do is you bring them into the call. You use that to invite them to the call and explain this is where we teach. This is where our people learn how to do this. And
Right.
then you bring them to the call, and we got a personal one-on-one. Not just me, but they also experience you and Sandy and Dave and Dave Mincy, all the other people.
Right,
And
but we're
that
dealing
that
with-
shows them,
we're-
hey, somebody else is really doing this.
right. But the reason I would do that in my domain is simply because we know that there basically are 3 types of personalities. The one that has to be shown, the one that reads the manual. I mean, they read, and I know several people are that way.
And never do
I got
anything.
one gal in Pennsylvania that if she were to get on the call, she would be bored to death. But she could take the manual and read it and do it just that fast.
Well,
Because
in that case,
she's a different personality than we are.
in,
So you have to try to accommodate all 3 personalities.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Or at least that's my opinion. I mean, I'm just.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, you don't want to go to all the time, length, and trouble to reinvent the wheel when it's already there. All what you want to do is in your third paragraph there is direct them to where they can get the information they want. If you want to give them 3 different directions to go, or two different directions to go, say, hey, look, if you want to read and learn how to do this, here it is.
Well, yeah, that's
And
the third
or if
paragraph.
you just
That's
want
all
to,
that would be to direct you to where you want to go. It'd be like if you're selling vitamins. Okay, you go to the third paragraph. I tell you, this is vitamin B12. You go to page 3 in your back office on so and so and so and so. Down on about halfway down the page, what you're going to find is everything you want to know about B12, and I'm done.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
That way, if they want to know a whole ton
Lot,
of
but
stuff,
see, you're doing what I said there. You're not trying to explain everything to them right there. You're just directing them where they need to go to get the information
correct.
they want, and that's okay.
correct.
That's okay.
Yeah. Now, everything to some degree in your domain and what you're doing, or what I'm trying to do, has to be short and sweet to some degree. But you have to set it up so that at least you have this manual kind of person who says, well, I love vitamins and I think B12 is a good thing, but what's in it? Well, if you're me, I could care less. If I stick it in my mouth and I feel better, I don't care what's in it. The guy that studies the manual, he wants to know exactly, right down to the letter of the law, what's in it. I don't know why, but hey, I'm not him.
No, and you're right. They're different folks and different strokes.
Yep.
So, but
the more you can
all I'm
accommodate them
saying
all-
is what you want to do is be a traffic director and not and not try to teach them all right there in writing, not write paragraph after paragraph writing, telling them all about it. Say, if you want to know this, this is where you find it, and give them a link. You know,
I like that. I'm going to write it down. Traffic director.
that's what you want to be. In other
Yeah.
words,
No, no. I mean, I
you want to
understand.
get their attention, and you want their attention to send them to a capture page, which gets their attention a little bit more, and it just explains to them, subscribe to our information site, or our
Yeah.
information newsletter. That's always a good word. An information newsletter, and it's free. And fill in the short form. They put in their name and email address, phone number. It sends them to the autoresponder. Autoresponder, boom, sends them out this letter that you're talking about right now with the 2 or 3 paragraphs in it. That becomes their traffic director. It's going to direct them, saying, "Look, if you want to learn this information, you have 2 or 3 different ways to do it. One, you can learn it from the rest of the team and have the team help answer your questions and explain it. Here's a number to call and a time and a date. If you want to read all this information about it, so that you can dig it out and learn yourself, here's the URL. Go here, boom, and send them to the GDI site, and that explains that information. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a traffic director. Your autoresponder email is going to become a traffic director, and
So the traffic director is going to direct them to a site for interest.
hmm
Then he's going to drive them to a site that's going to, I use a word, involvement. Okay?
yeah,
And then the last one would be to send them to the site that says, well, so far you're doing good. Now, if you want to learn from the big shots, go to our team.
that's right.
I don't want to call us gurus. That's old and worn out.
No, we are a team. We are a team banded together to help network marketers learn how to market their business,
That's right.
and that's what we are. We're not gurus. I'm far from a guru. Uh, I'm not even sure what a guru is really, but I'm farthest thing from it.
Well, I
But
know what a guru is.
yeah, we can get them on a call, and in a group situation. The call in a group has a couple of different things. One, we got people here, they can ask questions, and we got people that can answer the question. Number
Yep.
two thing, and probably what's most important, is they see that they're not there all alone. They're not there all by themselves. They have other people here to help and support. Help them learn how to build their business. But it's other people. It's a social thing. That's they call this social marketing. Oh, I can't think of the word I'm looking for right now. But anyway,
Right.
the fact that they see that they're not there all by themselves. They're not doing something that they're on their own. They have a group of people there to help support and build them and answer the questions, and show them how to do this. This is how I do it. And this. If you want to learn how to do it, you can copy what I'm doing, or you can try it on your own and bring in what you're doing, and let the team comment on it. Let the team see if we can help refine it for you. But the team support is extremely important in this business, and that's why I try to bring people into calls.
Yeah. Now, did somebody else come in? Because I thought I
Yeah.
heard some.
Well, I
I
thought
mean,
I heard
besides,
I thought I heard Dave
besides
come in,
Sandy,
but then I thought I heard him drop back off. But then Sandy come in,
oh,
and Sandy's
okay.
still here with us, I guess, unless she put us on mute.
I'm here.
There she is.
Hey,
How are you
there
doing,
she is.
Sandy? Well, I got some good
Well, she
news.
was there.
Yeah, she was there. She's still here, I'm sure. I got some good news for
No wonder.
everybody. I just had a brand new granddaughter this morning. I didn't have it, but we have a brand new granddaughter today.
Oh,
How
congratulations, Mike. That's
cool.
great.
My youngest daughter had her. That's her second child, but it was a granddaughter named Ava Renee. And she was six
Oh,
pounds 13 ounces and 19 inches long. Beautiful child.
All
Oh, that's
right.
Anyway, I'm a little prejudiced if you just in case you wondered about that, but yeah, she
Well, I'm looking for my cigar to come through my screen.
was. Oh man,
No, I did.
no. So
That's congratulations.
yeah, we're excited about that.
wonderful, wonderful news.
Yeah.
Miss Sandy, what you got going on?
Yes.
What you got going on this week?
Oh, not a whole lot. We're busy with real estate, so
Well, that's
everything
always a
else
good
suffers.
thing. That's
Yeah,
always
it is.
yeah.
Yeah, it's so incredible here. The uh, people our folks sold their house like in 3 days. They
Yeah.
can't find any place to live.
Uh-oh.
Everything is sold before they can look at it. It's
Uh-oh.
been incredible, incredible. Yep. So it's like every day we go out, show them a house. By the time we get home, they make up their mind about what they want to do. It's under contract with somebody else.
Tell 'em they got to learn to act quicker.
That's right. Well, you don't want people compromising what they really want.
No,
You let
you
try to
don't
make the
want
decision.
you don't want them to jump in and make a mistake by acting too quickly either. But
Yeah.
sometimes, especially when the market's right, you got to act quickly or snooze and you lose.
It was like this back in New Jersey in the mid to late '80s.
Yeah.
Same thing. I mean, it was just incredible. Wonderful for realtors because
Yeah,
there's bidding wars on everything, so your listings sell for far more than they're worth.
that's always a good thing, isn't it?
But it's interesting. Well, we're busy. I haven't been doing too much. I've been trying to keep up with the Facebook groups. I just haven't had time to do much of anything.
Well, you do make your presence known usually on a daily basis
Yeah.
there with the IBO information and things like that. We all appreciate that.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
I do try to. That was kind of a rotten thing. They were putting the code on the recorded webinar,
yeah,
and then all of a sudden they stopped doing it. But now there's just one webinar a week. It's on Wednesday night. They're not having Saturday anymore.
mm-mm.
And Curtis Martin was the one that told me. He and I keep in touch, like with the message thing
Yeah.
on IBO. And he said, yeah, it was in a newsletter. He said, but I missed it the first time. And I said, I never read the newsletter. I just go in and get the code. So I guess I should start reading the newsletter. But yeah, they cut that back. So last night, the webinar was on, and she said you had to use the code like right away because it would expire immediately. So
Oh,
kind of stinks.
yeah,
Really, I don't know that it's worth sharing because you got to use it so fast. But it's good for 400 credits, which is nice. I don't know. Maybe we should do something else.
I'm beginning to worry about IBO just a little bit. They're changing things around, and
Yeah.
I guess I'm like most other people. I don't take the change real well. Once I learn
I
something,
don't
my
like it.
mind's kind of slow. Once I learn it, I learn it, but it's hard for me to
I don't like
turn around and learn something different.
And they take they take everything. Everything costs something anymore. Like anything you
Yeah.
want to do costs money. I don't like that.
You
I have no tolerance for
that
that.
kind of gets
But
away from the
we'll
original
keep at it.
concept.
We'll keep at it for a while and see how it goes.
Yeah.
But I've been, I really want to make Four Corners work, and I've been need to concentrate on that, and start doing something productive with it. And I haven't
Well,
had the time.
you can take everything Robert and I were talking about, what we were talking about,
Oh, I know.
GDI, but you can take everything we've said tonight and apply it to Four Corners just as easy, just as well.
Yeah.
Four Corners
Yeah,
necessarily have the
was
7 day
different.
free trial, but they got other things, to make it just as attractive. So, like the one time
Good
$18,
idea.
and that's it.
Good idea.
And you can
But
talk
we,
about-
Well, now, does Four Corners have a capture page? I can't remember whether they do or not. I don't think
yeah,
they have.
most of us have done a capture page that leads to the capture page on Four Corners.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right, Mike? It is a capture page.
Well,
isn't it?
I think we understood what you were saying. So you must have come close to saying it right.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, the reason
Yeah,
I asked,
we have a splash page. I think is a better word for it. I use a splash page, and the splash page,
Yeah.
directs people to the, actually I direct them to a little bit more of an info page, and the info page directs them to the the join page, the Four Corners join page.
Yeah.
Plus, I use videos, stuff like that, like David Harrison's video and some of the other TGI videos and stuff like that for Four Corners. Just enough to make it interesting enough that they stay with me, and they get around to clicking on the link that takes them to the join page. So without getting too long and boring and getting them so tired they click off and go away.
Yeah. Yeah.
But usually it usually uses pretty much the same sales funnel that that Robert and I have been discussing here about doing with GDI. But GDI has that they've opened up their I know you were part of GDI for a while, so you're familiar with that $100 bonus for signing up 5 people in a week. And used to be they had a whole bunch of restrictions on there before you could qualify to get that $100. But now they've opened it up to anybody, any member, as long as they're good standing at GDI, as long as they paying their monthly $10, then anybody can be part of that contest. And for every 5 people that you sign up during the week, you get paid $100, and if you sign up 25
Like
people,
that.
you get paid $500. You can make some good money real cheap. I mean, not cheap, real quick. I'll get the right word here in a minute. You can make some good money real quick just simply by signing up people for the free trial. And granted, they have to go ahead and join at the end of their free trial in order to qualify. But what you're doing is just giving away a free 7-day trial for them to take a look at what it is. And during that 7-day time, they got everything available to them right there. That they can see everything about the program. There's a couple other things too. You have 5 WordPress blog sites as part of that same membership, and you can just you don't even have to use GDI in your initial email if you want to. You can just say, look, I'm giving away WordPress blog sites, 5 WordPress blog sites, and you can get started free, for a 7-day trial right here. Click this link. It's there's a lot of things you can give away, through there, and people like giveaways. They like getting something for free, especially if it is
right.
of value. And WordPress blog sites have a real value. Of course, the 7-day free trial, and they also get the domain name. They get the 10 emails. They get email forwarding. They get the website. There's a whole bunch of stuff you're giving them for free, and when you give them that for free, people
Well,
people like free.
when I was with the health benefits company, we gave 2 weeks free. They call them ABOs, not business owners.
Yeah,
And I'll tell you, you advertise that. And, yes, the response was great.
sure.
Really did well with it. And most people did go into full membership after that. So
That's
definitely
the
worked.
thing. Most people when they once they get into the 7 day free trial and they see what is all there, they're available to them, and the value of what they're going to get for the little bit it's going to cost them, most people will go ahead and join. And when they go ahead and join, then bingo, 5 of them in a week, and you made $100.
Hmm.
10 of them in a week, and you made $200. Plus, you're gonna make a dollar commission off each one of them every month. So,
Yeah, that's nice.
well, I was talking to Robert. If you sign up 10 people, and you, just by doing that, not only do you make $200, but if you sign up 10 people and you bring them into the system here so that we can teach them how to do just what you did, and they've already experienced it, themselves, so they know pretty much what's going on, and you bring them in and teach them, then we can start to duplicate by plugging them into the system here. And when you have 5 levels deep, if you get 5 levels deep, and everybody has sponsored just 10 people by giving away a free 7 day trial, then your monthly income's $111,110, which equals to a little over $1.3 million a year.
Pretty good.
I hate throwing out big numbers like I do it with y'all because y'all know me and everything. And big numbers scare people, so I usually don't go around throwing out big numbers. But I tell them, hey, look, if you sign up 5 people and teach them to do the same thing and same thing. Oh, you got $3,905 a month. People can believe they can make $3,905 a month, and so it becomes realistic to them,
Okay.
and they see how easy it is simply because they've learned by
I just
doing
sent Deborah a text asking
doing it
how
already
she was.
themselves. They've already
Well, when I was
taken
up there
advantage of
earlier,
that, and
she was
when they
doing
take
the
advantage of the free system, they learn, hey, I did this. I can
6
give it. I can
pounds,
give it. I got 2 or 3
13
friends here. I got 4 or 5
19
friends
inches
here.
long.
I can give them a free trial too. Yep, you can give them a free trial too.
Nope.
And guess what? 5 of them go ahead and complete the trial
His little fat,
and sign
chubby
up,
legs.
and you got $100.
Yep. Liam was 6'15",
10 of them, 10 of them do it. You got $200,
but
and
he
you can make
was
that $200 in 1
21
week.
and a half inches long, so he was really skinny.
You don't,
But
or you
she's
can do
only
it
19
every week.
inches long.
Every week you
So
could
she
you could
has
make $100
just
there.
cute little chubby legs,
It's
and she's very loud.
it's so simple, It's simple. I don't know why we don't do it all
They
the time.
scare Liam.
But you can use the same concept though with other programs too. Like
She's just precious.
Stifort, you can give Stifort, a trial membership, what we call a pre-enrollee.
Ryan's gonna bring him up tomorrow.
And if they like what they see, they can go ahead and click and join. But they can start off
I
by
had to go out and
free,
get a
and
new
then
baby outfit.
and also Stifort, when they do that,
Because Deborah
Stifort's going
was
to send them
put her in hers. But
a
Deborah
letter.
was
An
letting-
email.
10
Every
pounds,
week they go
11
send them an
ounces,
email,
so
twice a week
she
actually,
had
and
swallowed.
explaining to them that people that sign up after they signed up, as a pre-enrollee, are all going to be placed underneath them in one long line, and when people, when somebody in that line goes ahead
Okay, love you. Bye
and
bye.
commits and joins, upgrades, they call it upgrade, then you're gonna, if they fell in the line underneath you, and you upgrade before they upgrade, then you're gonna get paid, and you're gonna earn money. You're gonna earn $25 off of that person, and then you're gonna earn, a commission every month off of them. So it's a concept that we don't use enough. We don't use it enough. But it's
That's
just
for sure.
simply we have something of value, and it's a real value. And when we take that something of value and give it away for free for them to try it, you know, not telling them they're not going to have to pay for it, because we know after the free trial they're going to have to go ahead and bite the bullet and join and pay. But the cost is so extremely small. And once they get in and see that there is a real value, they have no problem joining. Other you know other companies, commercial companies, they do that all the time. They do it all the time. T-Mobile, they do it all the time. Phone companies, Walmarts and stuff like that. Hey, come in. We giving away this free. All you got to do is buy this item over here, and we give it to you free. It's that sort of thing. We can do the same thing. We're in business. And we might as well start acting like a business, and we might as well start making some of that money some of them big businesses make.
Right.
I'm gonna preach to y'all. If you let me, y'all gotta just jump in here and interrupt me.
We love it.
I get excited about some of this sometimes. It's exciting. Robert, I'm running into your supper time here.
Think so?
Yeah, it's getting.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna get in trouble if I run too long into your supper time. I don't want to get in trouble.
No. You won't get in no trouble. She'll have your head, but you won't get in no trouble. Say what?
I'll tell you, folks, I have thoroughly enjoyed tonight, and I hope I have recorded this properly tonight so I can post it up, and so that other people can hear this call too, because we have shared some really, really valuable information that can be applied to just about any business, any program that you're in. It could even apply to your real estate, as far as that goes. So,
Yeah.
Miss Sandy, you have anything else you want to add to it tonight?
I'm sorry, I turned the speaker off and I didn't hear what you said, Mike.
I just,
Repeat it. Sorry.
that's one way to get me shut up, isn't it? I just said, do you have anything else you want to add tonight before we call it a quits?
Oh, no, not at all. Thank you for all your help, Mike.
Well,
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all
a lot.
being here. It gives me a chance to talk. I like talking.
And congratulations on that new little
Yeah.
person. God,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
We excited
God
about
bless
that too. She's really pretty. So.
Yeah. I'll have to go on Facebook. I'm sure that Bobby's posted pictures.
It's on Facebook. it is on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you just go to Barbie's site, I'm sure you'll see it, because I know she shared
Go on
it.
there. Yeah.
Robert, you got anything you want to add to us tonight?
Nope. I think I'm gonna say a wonderful and beautiful and warm day, and good night to everybody.
All right. Are you going to go apply some of this information?
I've been applying it every single day here for the last.
Good for you. That's
I
wonderful.
know you have. I just wanted to emphasize to everybody listening on this call and on the recording that the information is good and it works, but it only works if you work it, if you apply it. If you don't apply it and use it, it's worthless. So anyway,
Well, I might close in saying, like I talked to Al today, and I said, Al, there's one thing you got to understand about this business. And he says, what's that? I said, it's one step at a time.
yep.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Don't rush down. Don't get 5 miles away. Just put one foot in front of the other, and we'll get there.
One foot in front of the other. Then you're walking across the floor.
That's right. Or
One foot
across
in
the
front of
stage.
the other, and soon you're walking out the door. All right, that's great.
All right.
That comes from
We'll see you
a
on
Christmas
Sunday then.
cartoon. All righty,
The country song.
we'll look forward to hearing all y'all
Good night.
again.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
God bless y'all.
All right.
Appreciate you
Good
being
night.
here.